You ever get that car insurance bill and you look at it like, geez, oh, Pete's, man, this is way too expensive. Or maybe you're thinking about buying a car and, you're like, okay, well, now I got to get insurance for it. Welcome to Valor Insurance Group. My name's Devin, and today we're going to kind of talk about how to get the best quote out there for you. There's a few, there's a few pieces of information that you may want to know before you start calling around or figuring out about getting quotes. You want to make sure you got the VIN numbers, the vehicle identification number for the vehicle, your driver's license, your address, and, that type of stuff. Make sure you know about the drivers in your household and all that. So the first step in getting a quote is to figure out who you actually want to call. There's so many different options out there. Like, how do you know which one's the right? So you kind of break this down. You got two different options, really. Is to call it like a captive agency. And these are an agency as like, you got a State Farm agency, you got, your Allstate agency, you got your Farm Bureau agency. All three of these, they all work independent of each other, but they only have that one option. If you work at Farm Bureau, you can only write products with Farm Bureau. Same with State Farm. You work with State Farm, you can only work with, they only have that one option. Independent agent, you get multiple different companies that you work with at once. Like myself, I got 17. Now, when picking an agent for you, you want to make sure that they're actually a good fit for you. Some of them don't really go over coverages. They don't really care about you. All they care about is getting you that price and getting you sold. It's probably not going to be the agent that's going to take care of you when things get bad. You get in this bad car accident. Maybe the claim's not going the way you want. You probably don't want that guy as an agent. On the vice versa side, but maybe that agent is actually trying to take care of you, find out what your needs are, asking questions just to make sure that you're taken care of. That's probably more likely an agent you want to go with. And depending on that type of agent, he might be worth spending more money on just because he's in it for you. It's not about the company, it's not about him making money. It's all about you, and that's what it should be about, because you're getting a quote and you're trying to get covered. Now that you got your agent picked, the next thing you kind of want to figure out is what coverages actually make sense for you. Make sure your bodily injury limits, it's usually like the top of the quote page or your declarations page, which is like a breakdown of what coverage you have. Make sure those coverages actually make sense for you and then they're going to work for you. The most thing I recommend, honestly, if you just want a quick cheat, is to do $250, $500 for bodily injury limits, your uninsured, 100,000 per personal property. And then for personal injury protection, just do unlimited. That's just a quick cheat sheet. If you want to learn any more about those, just go check out our other videos. They're available here, or we can put some links below. Put full coverage on it. Should I put comprehensive on it? Should I put, what kind of coverage should I have for my vehicle? Especially like older vehicles. Maybe they're like 5-10 years old. They're paid off. People ask me, hey, I got to pay it off. I don't need full coverage on it anymore. Well, is that really actually the case? Because if you kind of think about it, say the car's still worth like 10 grand. Maybe it's a truck or something. It's still worth quite a bit of money. So if it gets totaled out and somebody just blows through a stop sign and T-bones you, do you really want to be out all that money? Now, it's kind of more of a question for you. Does it make sense for you? But in my mind, it kind of depends on, is the car worth value? If it gets totaled out, will I need some money to help get it fixed or buy a new car, need a little bit of down payment? Those type of questions are what I ask myself is, does it make sense for me? Roadside Service is another real popular coverage that people talk about all the time. And it's a great coverage, and it's something I definitely recommend everybody have. It's, you never want to be stuck on the side of the road, especially if there's not much you can do. Maybe run out of gas, can't get a hold of nobody. None of your friends, everybody's at work, whatever. Getting somebody to come out and help you bring a can of gas or whatever you need is definitely something very valuable. I don't always recommend it being on your policy, but depending on the company, that may make sense. And talk to your agent about that. There's also many ways to get your roadside service that's not on your policy. Rental car reimbursement is another great coverage that if you're going to have full coverage on, or if it's your only vehicle, you really want to take advantage of that. It's not very expensive most of the time, What's a rental car? Like $35 a day? So make sure it's a little bit more than that. Maybe go on to Enterprise or a couple other companies to see exactly how much cars are being rented a day in your area. Maybe it'll help you figure out, okay, how much you actually need on there. Once you get your coverages all figured out, exactly what you're looking to do, make sure you know exactly this is how I want my policy to look. Now you kind of want to take the time to make sure it's the right fit for you, the agent and the policy together. Take a look at them and make sure they're all matching up across the board. So once you got your quotes and you compare them all, make sure that it's actually fit your needs and make sure the agent's kind of got a good fit for you. And that's what it's really mostly about. If you're working with an independent agent like myself, who's going to shop you out with multiple companies, ask them what's the benefit of each company. You can also do that. What's a captive agent? Hey, what's the benefit of going with your company? Okay, I got the coverages, I got the prices. Now, why should I go with you? Like, what is so important about this company? Is there any benefits? Or is it kind of take away those benefits? Like, if I just want a basic policy, or hey, if I did that it's only like a couple bucks. Is it worth the value for me to actually add those extra couple coverages? So once you pick that company, you got everything good. Now it's time just to kind of sign up with them. I mean, usually it's the first month down. Sometimes you got to pay a little extra down. Just make sure you have that conversation with them. Pick the day that makes most sense for you. A lot of times I recommend just keep it on the same day. And, that's what I recommend. Now, if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. Hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one.